So I now want to talk about the straight front somersault that comes after a handspring. You remember that when the gymnast lands from a handspring, she should land on her toes with her head up in this pre-stretch position. From that position, a quick change of shape to there initiates the action for a straight front. So from arch to dish, and from that position the arms will be moved sideways, which will reduce the length of the body and increase the rotation forwards. And then the conditioning exercises where you lift your heels upwards into an arch shape, heels up, heels up, heels up stronger, will help to make the correct shape for a straight front somersault. And we can facilitate that by supporting it as follows. From the handspring, you'll finish with your hands in this position, one hand on the stomach, one hand on the back, help to change the shape, and then the hand that was on the back will go to the bottom of the legs, and Kaylee will try to hit my hand. Can you demonstrate that now from a run? Good. Okay. When you want to teach a straight front somersault, it's important to understand the principles of rotation. If you lay on your stomach, Kaylee. So a body will rotate when it's under tension, and the shorter the body is, the faster it will rotate. So I want Kaylee just to rock backwards and forwards in arch, and you can see that as the shoulders move down, the legs go up. So long as the body's in tension, you'll get that rotation. We can add to that rotation by moving our arms to the side at the same time as your heels go up. That's the principle we're looking for from the handspring to change shape and move into the somersault, with the heels leading and all the muscles of the back under tension. Can you stand up now? And with one or two coaches supporting, you can actually hand support, move your hands to the side just by holding one hand gently on the neck, hand over the body, heels up. So you can understand that position quite easily from standing. And then once the gymnasts have an understanding of a tuck forward somersault, we can ask the gymnasts to try to make the full move into a pit or onto 2 or 3 safety mats to land on their back and eventually to land on their feet. So if we pile up 2 or 3 mats, the gymnast can do a 3/4 somersault to land on their back, and eventually what we're going to see now. My support will be to push the legs and the stomach to accelerate the movement. And I'd want the arms for this element to start from backwards, swinging forwards, and then out to the side. Good. And again, we should look to over-rotate this element to go into another skill. Arms sideways. One more, Kaylee. It's important with skills like this to understand that it's very easy to overdo it as a coach. If you are overzealous and you push too much, the gymnast can land on their face, they can fall forwards onto their arms. So the amount of push is very, very important. And the level of conditioning is essential as well. If your gymnasts aren't prepared to be able to maintain that position throughout the forward somersault, you do not need to learn this skill. One more time, Cam. So a high level of body conditioning and very sensitive support from the coach are required to teach this element. So now we'll look at putting the support together to actually put handspring and straight front into a tumble. So handspring, heels up and forward roll. Too fast. Good. 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 Luke will demonstrate the final skill. And hopefully you should see in that movement a landing from the handspring, change shape, and then heels lifting to facilitate the somersault. Put the somersault in now, girls. Handspring straight front. Good. Good. Yourself, Kaylee. So not really necessary to support this skill, more to shape, to develop the correct position. The trend in men's gymnastics, and more so women's gymnastics, is to perform multiple linked straight somersaults and whip back somersaults, straight, straight, straight and twist. And one way to develop this is using this setup. The gymnast will make a head spring type action with their arms to the side, putting their head very lightly on the top of the mat. Not with great pressure on their head because we don't want them to damage their neck, but just to go over and to try to make this arch dish action and do 3 consecutive fly spring type movements. This has an advantage in maintaining correct level for each somersault, so one's not too high, one's not too low, and with time and practice you'll be able to do 4 or 5 consecutive straight front actions using this setup. Let's see how the guys get on. Good, keep your head up, it's not on your neck, it's just on the top of your head. Next one, another go, Cam. Well done. Keep the speed going to the end. And it's useful conditioning just to be able to repeat the skill over and over. Of course, the idea is to be able to do this with hardly any pressure on the mats at all, and then it becomes straight front, straight front, straight front. If the gymnasts perform better, less weight on the top. Your third one's with your head in. Keep your head up, yeah? Head up, go. Well done. Last one. Head up, and go, and go. Excellent, well done.